Hey there, virtual travelers. Welcome back to the channel, hope you're all thriving. Today, we're exploring where Americans are heading when they decide it's time for a change of scenery and the United States just isn't cutting it anymore. Did you know that somewhere between 5 and 10 million Americans live abroad? That's not counting active military or government workers. The numbers shift depending on whether you count only those who take up citizenship elsewhere, those who own property abroad, or those who just spend most of the year outside the U.S. Bottom line, there's no one perfect number, but there's a lot of Americans living internationally. Since 2016, more Americans have been packing up and heading out, though the pandemic put a temporary freeze on those plans for many. The data I'm sharing comes from a blend of census records and reputable organizations, mostly up until 2019. So, why are people leaving? Money is the biggest motivator. About 60% say they move for lower costs and more affordable housing. Other popular reasons include politics, family, romance, and, believe it or not, one guy moved to Ghana because he was convinced he'd finally catch up with that lottery fortune he was promised in an email. For most folks, though, it's about lifestyle and opportunity. Let's see which countries are the hottest destinations for U.S. expats. Portugal. Number 10 is Portugal. Delicious seafood, stunning coastlines, historic towns, and a mild Mediterranean climate, what's not to love? On average, living in Portugal is about 40% less expensive than in the States, according to global cost of living indices. Lisbon gets plenty of expats, but smaller cities like Porto and Faro are also favorites. Between 60,000 and 80,000 Americans now call Portugal their home base. Ecuador. Coming in at number 9, Ecuador. This South American gem is famous for its lush rainforests, the Andes, and the welcoming attitude of locals. The real appeal? Your dollar stretches far. Think $100 worth of groceries in the US for just $20 in Ecuador. One thing to watch out for is petty theft, especially in touristy areas, but most long-term residents say they adapt quickly. An estimated 55,000 to 90,000 Americans have settled in Ecuador for the long haul. Spain. Number 8 is Spain. Sunshine, tapas, and a laid-back lifestyle draw plenty of Americans. While Madrid and Barcelona can be pricey, most towns offer affordable living, vibrant culture, and endless festivals. Spain's cost of living index clocks in at just under 65. Some newcomers complain about bureaucracy, but most agree the lifestyle is worth it. Between 60,000 and 95,000 Americans have chosen Spain as their new home. Japan. Number 7 is Japan. Maybe it's the tech scene, maybe the cherry blossoms, either way, Japan remains a favorite. The culture is deeply welcoming, especially outside the big cities. Living costs are about 45% less than in the US, especially outside Tokyo. The only downside? Earthquakes are a reality here, but most expats adjust. Roughly 70,000 to 115,000 Americans live in Japan long-term. Costa Rica. Number 6, Costa Rica. For those seeking a slice of paradise, Costa Rica is hard to beat. Stunning beaches, rainforests, and famously friendly locals make it popular, plus, the cost of living is about half of what you'd pay in the States. Healthcare here is also a big bonus. About 80,000 to 125,000 Americans have made Costa Rica their permanent getaway. New Zealand. Number 5 is New Zealand. From rolling green hills to epic coastlines, Kiwis and expats alike enjoy a relaxed pace of life. Americans are drawn by the scenery, outdoor adventure, and friendly communities. Costs are a bit higher, about 80% of U.S. prices, but the quality of life is the real attraction. Around 110,000 to 150,000 Americans are living in New Zealand these days. Netherlands. Number 4, the Netherlands. Thanks to its open culture, bike-friendly cities, and world-class public services, the Netherlands is seeing a steady influx of Americans. The cost of living is around 82% of the US average, but universal health care and work-life balance win people over. Between 128,000 and 145,000 Americans have settled here for the long term. Ireland. Number 3 is Ireland. No language barrier, a rich cultural history, and a strong tech sector make Ireland a top pick. Whether it's the rolling countryside or lively Dublin streets, Americans are coming for both work and family ties. Costs are about 65% compared to the US. An estimated 220,000 to 260,000 Americans now live in Ireland. Canada. Number 2 is our neighbor to the north, Canada. Every election cycle, searches spike for how to move to Canada, and it's not just talk. Healthcare, proximity to the US, and high living standards are the main draws. Despite high taxes, the cost of living is about 71% of what you'd pay in the States. Around 275,000 to 320,000 Americans are living in Canada full-time. Mexico. And finally, number 1, Mexico. This one surprises some, but makes perfect sense for others. Americans are moving south for the cost of living, just $26 to match $100 of spending in the US, along with warm weather, great food, and family connections. While crime can be an issue in some areas, millions find Mexico's smaller towns and cities to be just as safe, if not safer, than back home. Between 780,000 and 950,000 Americans now live in Mexico. And that's our tour for today. Did any of these destinations surprise you? Let us know in the comments, and if you've dreamed of living abroad, share your story with the virtual travel community. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and let us know what country you'd like us to explore next. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.